is CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Naja Sherman, and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. A fiery scene on Fort Lauderdale beach this morning. A small boat was engulfed in flames. This happened near the 2100 block of South Ocean Lane. It's just days after 11 people, including 2 children, were hurt in a boat explosion near the New River Triangle. CBS News Miami's Ted Scouten has the latest on the investigation into today's boat fire.
There's not much left of that boat. You can see it here on Fort Lauderdale Beach, right on the shoreline. That the smoke was so thick it could be seen for miles, and the flames so intense that it pretty much melted the whole thing. Fire shooting into the sky with thick black smoke when this boat caught on fire, ending up on the shore just north of Port Everglades.
The smoke carried at least 30, 40 feet up and kept on going. The flames were as equal because you can see this is all plastic, and the plastic, it melts.
The call came in around 9:30 in the morning. Fire rescue said one man was on board and jumped. He was taken to the hospital. This comes after another boat explosion, also in Fort Lauderdale. In that one, the fire department said it may have been gas vapors that built up and ignited. No word yet on this one.
The fire in this one is still under investigation. However, there has been a recent trend of boat explosions due to gas buildup with the engine starting, leading to the explosion.
Is that what you think happened in this case?
I can't speculate on this one. It's under investigation.
Another look at that boat. The FWC is going to be doing that investigation along with the state fire marshal here in Fort Lauderdale. As far as the victim, the man who jumped out of the boat, he was taken to the hospital and is expected to survive. In Fort Lauderdale, Ted Scouten, CBS News Miami.
Some tense moments this morning in Coconut Grove. Several schools were placed on lockdown. It turned out to be a swatting call. Chopper 4 was over the scene. Ransom, Everglades Middle and High Schools, and Carrollton of the Sacred Heart were all placed on lockdown. Police say they received the call around 11 a.m. about a school threat that involved a possible shooting. This is on Main Highway in the Grove. The schools were placed on lockdown while officials investigated. Police searched the area for about an hour and found no evidence of threats. They gave the all clear and lifted the lockdowns. A break in the case of a double stabbing overnight in Sunrise. It ended with one person dead. Police have now made an arrest. CBS News Miami's Morgan Reiner has the latest from Sunrise.
Residents have a lot of questions. Why did this happen? Who did it? These are all questions that we are asking Sunrise Police, and we do know that they officially have one person in custody.
Neighbors came out of their apartments Wednesday morning to this. Police officers swarming the retreat at Sawgrass Village, which is right across from the Amerant Bank Arena.
My first thought is that something involving maybe the Panthers, hopefully, it was something maybe a little bit more lighthearted, but, I had seen a few more news cameras set up, and I started becoming suspicious that maybe something else had happened.
Crime scene investigators covered up a body on the floor of the garage. Sunrise Police confirmed 2 people were stabbed around 1:40 in the morning. One person died. It's unclear how the other is doing.
It's bad because, we live here and you don't know who is who now, and you can show nobody.
I've been living here for 5 years now, and I'm really, I'm in shock.
Sunrise Police said the investigation is ongoing.
I don't know what would drive somebody to do something like that here, especially in such a place where there's not really many violent crimes, but, it's extremely sad to hear that that's happening.
We don't know what led up to the stabbing. It could have started within a unit. In fact, we did see a police officer guarding one of the units in the building. But still, residents here told us that they want this place to up their security game. They said that there are things that can be fixed, like doors that are supposed to be locked that remain open. In Sunrise, Morgan Reiner, CBS News, Miami.
Always tracking, always alerting. This is Next Weather.
Another very hot day outside, but it sounds like we should keep those umbrellas handy just in case.
Umbrellas handy? They'll come handy for the sun as well.
Yes.
You see,
there you go.
Parasols right out there. They are a double function, and we need them over the next few days because we are going to be still feeling the triple-digit heat. But not only that, we're going to be looking at some showers and thunderstorms during the afternoon. So they'll serve both purposes, I think. Look where we are now, triple digits again across many areas here, dipping below the century mark for a change over the last couple couple of hours. And in part that is due with a little cloud cover from the storms that have built across our inland areas. But we are going to go through a significant pattern change here beginning Friday. So I think today, like yesterday, and like tomorrow will be a very similar setup in that the storms are going to favor inland areas here, not so much the coast. They are building, and so it looks like, it's about to move into North Broward, but they kind of just rain themselves out where they are. So the best we can do with this kind of setup is sometimes our western neighborhoods here get clipped with a few showers, and that's what's happening right now across northwestern Broward. But the thunderstorm itself, that one is collapsing as you see the lightning strikes beginning to diminish. Lots of outflow boundaries which can create additional storms, but again, everything is just too far to the west to really have a significant impact with us for the rest of the evening. And you'll see that our next weather rain tracker will put this into motion. There's that cell picking it up nicely. I should say, here across Broward, but then the rest of the evening, where are we? Dry. So I don't expect much in the way of rainfall for the rest of tonight. What I do expect is the heat. It is balmy and downright humid all night, right? So it's hard to even feel like it's below 90 at times. So this is the pattern we've been in. It's an inland pattern. It's ending tomorrow. And then we get into a coastal pattern, which means that we're going to have storms being directed towards our area. So this is coming up for Friday. And then as we head into Saturday itself, we'll see storms beginning to build from west to east. And that's going to be the setup that brings us some rainfall here for the weekend. I don't see a complete washout on any day, but there are high rain chances. You'll see that on the next weather 7-day forecast, which will feature temperatures coming down a little bit. That's just the cloud cover and the increased rain chances. But beginning on Friday and particularly heading into Saturday and Sunday, I think Friday will be our transition. Just plan ahead. If you have outdoor plans for Saturday and Sunday, it's not going to be like this past weekend. We are going to get wet. There are going to be storms, lightning, the usual that comes with that, but also because of some deeper moisture, the chances of some higher rainfall rates. So we could be getting some significant totals here. And of course, hurricane season beginning on a Sunday. Hope you join us this Sunday for our big special after 60 minutes here. And Monday through Wednesday, we'll be looking at rain chances coming down a little bit, but really not too much. And the key, again, where do the storms end up? For this pattern change, they're going to end up on our side of the peninsula. So in a way, Naja, that's going to cool us off a little bit, particularly into the afternoons once the storms get going.
We will take whatever we can get. And again, join Ivan and the Next Weather team for Survive the Season Hurricane 2025. Our 1-hour special will have important information for you and your family. It's to help you get ready for whatever might come our way. Watch Survive the Season Hurricane 2025 on Sunday, June 1st at 8 p.m. right after 60 minutes, and we hope to see you then. You have a chance to give your input on Florida Power and Light's proposed rate hike. The Florida Public Service Commission has scheduled 2 public hearings. It's to get community feedback to the proposal. It would raise the cost of bills over the next 4 years. If approved, it would be the nation's largest utility rate hike, mounting to $9 billion. Those opposed say the average household could see an annual increase of $200 or more. FPL says it needs the additional money to improve its infrastructure. Tonight's public hearing is at Florida Memorial University in Miami Gardens. It's set for 6 o'clock. A second hearing is planned for tomorrow morning at 9:30 at the Ann Kolb Nature Center. That's on Sheridan Street in Hollywood. If you would like to speak, plan to arrive early. That's so you can register before the hearing starts. Now to the Trump presidency. President Donald Trump spoke with reporters Wednesday afternoon and expressed confidence that the U.S. is on the verge of striking a deal to end 2 wars in Europe and the Middle East and to stop Iran from creating a nuclear weapon. CBS News Miami's Erica Brown has more from the White House.
President Trump delivered a timeline to determine whether Russia is serious about a peace deal with Ukraine.
Do you still believe that Putin actually wants to end the war?
I can't tell you that, but I'll let you know in about 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks, we're going to find out very soon.
Trump also said he was disappointed with the drone and rocket attacks Russia launched on Ukrainian cities this week. He says a peace deal is urgently needed to save lives.
There are only 2 outcomes. You know what the 2 outcomes is: a smart outcome and there's a violent outcome. And I don't think anybody wants to see the second.
Russia's foreign minister said they have a peace memorandum to present to Ukraine at the next round of talks they've proposed in Turkey next week. The president was also optimistic about a ceasefire deal in Gaza. U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff said a new proposal could be delivered as early as today.
I have some very good feelings about getting to a long-term resolution, temporary ceasefire, and a long-term resolution, a peaceful resolution.
Speaking about ongoing U.S. talks with Iran, the president acknowledged he warned Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu during a phone call last week not to attack Iran.
Well, I'd like to be honest. Yes, I did.
Trump said any deal with Iran to end its nuclear program would be very strong.
Well, we can go in with inspectors, we can take whatever we want, we can blow up whatever we want, but nobody getting killed.
If a deal can be reached, Iran's nuclear chief says they might allow U.S. inspectors at their nuclear facilities. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
When we come back, calling all Survivor fans, a major and unexpected announcement from Jeff Probst, the show's host. The surprise reveal is next. And make sure to join us this Friday night for Marlins baseball on CW Miami 33. The Marlins host the San Francisco Giants. Coverage starts at 6:30. First pitch is set for 7:10. You can watch that game for free on CW Miami 33.
CBS Mornings is proving it's never too late to live out a dream. Thursday.
What do I need to be looking for when I'm watching the game tonight?
Erica Gonzalez teams up with our Mike Cunio to become a sports reporter.
How do you keep it professional?
How'd she do? Thursday on CBS Miami.
Welcome back to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Tonight is a big night for the Florida Panthers and fans. The team will try to secure their spot in a third straight Stanley Cup Final. It was a rough Game 4 for the Cats on Monday night. The Carolina Hurricanes managed to survive elimination with a shutout win in Sunrise. Now the series goes back to Carolina for Game 5 tonight. Puck drop is at 8. If necessary, Game 6 will be back here in Sunrise on Friday night. Go Cats. Before we go, we have some exciting news for fans of the hit reality show Survivor. CBS Mornings today revealed the cast of Survivor's 50th season. In traditional Survivor style, longtime host Jeff Probst read the names just like at Tribal Council. Among them was the season 45 winner, who is from South Florida.
From season 45, one of the overall most dominating players of the new era, the winner of 45, Dee.
Also joining the cast, the White Lotus creator, writer, and director Mike White, who made his debut in season 1. The cast will shoot in Fiji starting next month. Season 50 premieres next February. Survivor 49 premieres this fall. And that does it for your CBS News Miami Quickcast. I'm Naja Sherman. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS News Miami, and have a great day.